I have an announcement that I would like to make. And this pertains to the fact that if you guys haven't found out now, Justin, the long-haired, swift-foot, tacky-headed Macdaddy straight from hell, Justin Trudeau, son of a floozy, has made the Times Magazine's 100 most influential leaders. Even though this fool has made Canada a country which doesn't have two pennies to rub together, and even though Canada now gives billions of dollars to other nations, Indonesia, an example, gave billions of dollars to Indonesia to help them with their infrastructure, gave billions of our tax dollars to African and Middle Eastern countries to help them with their food crisis and to build schools in Africa, millions of dollars to help Syria rebuild its economy, millions of dollars to help Iraq rebuild its economy. Many of these countries don't like Western nations, but then he turns around and says to our veterans that they are asking for too much. This is the type of person that Time Magazine has said should be on the 100 most influential people list on Time Magazine. And this is a problem that Canadians have put themselves in, because Canadians have a habit of wanting to elect good boys and good girls as leaders. Good little boy, good girl. You see all the little old ladies in Nova Scotia and in New Brunswick and in Ontario and Alberta. They see Justin Trudeau. He smiles nice with his hair, and he's a good boy. Look at that little good boy. He's a beta male. Look at that. And, they're telling real leaders like Doug Ford and Rob Ford and Kevin J. Johnston and Michael Arana, they tell you, hey, if you just shut up with your fool self, and you act like Justin Trudeau, a good boy, a good little puppy dog, then we'll look at you too. We'll look at you too. But we want a good boy, and we'll show the world what a good boy can do. Here's what I say. I say, don't ever trust anyone to be your leader if that person hasn't been in jail. If that person has not been in jail, if the establishment haven't put that person in jail, he does not qualify to be your leader. What are you talking about? They put Martin Luther King in jail. They even put Nelson Mandela in jail. Malcolm went to jail. Marcus went to jail. They even tried to put yours truly in jail. They put Jesus in jail. They put Rob Ford in jail. They put Kevin J. Johnston in jail. They put Alex Jones in jail. And I say to the Canadian man and woman, if a politician comes up to you and he hasn't been in jail, don't trust him either. Jail is a place Canada puts people who rebel against the establishment and political correctness. And that goes for the world too, but mostly Canada. Look at M103. That is a motion which everybody said was supposed to be a motion, which says that we condemn anybody who criticizes Islam publicly. And look what they did. They locked Kevin J. Johnson's they locked him in jail. So, and it doesn't matter your background. It doesn't matter your educational background, your income background, your racial background. If you go up against the established order and against political correctness in Canada, they will put you in jail. But then a woman who has been raped, or a woman who has been stalked or beaten, it is like pulling teeth to put that person who did that to the woman in jail in Canada. Now, women, try and tell me I'm wrong. Try and tell me I'm wrong, women. I mean, this is the problem that we are going through. And, Justin, the Macdaddy Trudeau, is a politician who really does not give two cares about Canada. And that's one of the things that I thought when they said, I ain't going to spend too much longer on this subject with y'all. But I'm just saying, remember when he was elected and he talked about how great Canada is and how we should be more Canadian and Canada is back and everything. Canada's not back. Canada is more without honor and without an identity than it has ever been. I mean, it is sad, and he even said so. He wants to make us the first post-national country. I mean, he said that. And he panders to every globalist leader out there, gives all of our tax dollars to every third world country out there, and then he tells our veterans that they are asking for too much, and leaves natives with poisonous drinking water in a first world country. But then any illegal can jump across the border like a kangaroo, plant himself in our country, sleep and snore in our bed, and we give him free housing, free welfare, all kind of stuff we give the fool. I mean, when you think about what Canada has become, when you think of the Canadian, you gotta pity the fools. You gotta pity the fools. I mean, Canada is the only country I know of that would put up with this. And we have to stop being slaves. And we have to stop electing slaves. Justin Trudeau's not a man, he's a slave. Jagmeet Singh is not a man, he's a slave. Kathleen Wynne is not a man, woman, she's a slave. Rachel Notley's not a woman, she's a slave. And then you got people like Justin, the tacky-headed, swift-foot, long-haired, and Macdaddy Trudeau coming up and saying that Canada is a country without an identity. Slave mentality. They're slaves. It's got to stop. And it's got to stop now. And we got to stop letting these globalists from all over the world, Bilderberg, all these people, use Canada as a guinea pig. I'm going to tell you right now, any politician who has ever been to a Bilderberg meeting, he or she should be automatically disqualified from leading our nation. In any way, provincially, federally, mayor, dog catcher, head shoe shine boy, I don't care. He shouldn't be in any position of leadership in this country. And finally, what we need to do is stop bringing in people who don't like our country and our values. And I have a special message for immigrants coming to Canada. Stop this whole thing where the white man is the devil and the white man is this and Canada is this. And especially immigrants who go into America, especially black people living in America. Oh, America is a white people country. Canada is a white people country. Oh, I don't like white people. I mean, you stop that foolishness and you better not call me an Uncle Tom or an Uncle Ruckus or a porch monkey. You'll never get anywhere with that attitude. You got to thank God that you're living in a great country like this. Otherwise, we send you down to Haiti. Or we send you over to Zimbabwe, which used to be Rhodesia, which used to be a great nation. Or we'll send you over to South Africa. Or we send you down to Rwanda or Uganda with Idi Amin. Or we send you to Monrovia with Master Sergeant Doe. Stop this foolishness, Canada. We got to stop this right now. We have to, and that's why I'm doing this. I mean, I'm seeing poll after poll saying, oh, the Macdaddy's back up in the polls, all this and that. I mean, are we just determined to just stay in just a permanent position of servitude, Canada? In just a permanent position of slavery? In just a permanent position of weakness? So I say stop electing these good politically correct people. I mean, look at Canada. Canada is now a country which will lock you up if you mispronounce gender pronouns or if you criticize Islam harshly. That's where you go. If you do that in Canada, that's where Canada will put you, jail. But people who rape and steal and kill and all this sort of stuff, yeah, they go to jail too, but it's a lot harder. So we got to stop this foolishness. We got to pray. We got to pray for this country. We have to pray. I'm Michael B. Arana. You can find me on the Arana Nation for all my viewers on Facebook Live. And for all of you here watching me and who are subscribers on YouTube, I thank God for you and I love each and every one of you. This is the Arana Nation.